So this isn't a case of people not knowing that soldiers are being shot, but the idea that in the invasion of Normandy, if Hitler sent us a film, sent CNN a film showing Americans going down under 50 caliber bullets on the beaches of Normandy, or in Iwo Jima, the imperial government of Japan sending CNN images of American Marines, 5,000 of whom were killed at Iwo Jima, going down under the impact of rounds as they hit that beach or went up Mount Suribachi, would have been outrageous.
Is this appropriate, Mr. Chairman, Congressman Hunter, for the American public to see how awful, to see how brutal the war can actually be? Because I guess there has been criticism from the other side that we sort of whitewash and we don't really convey to the American public the full extent of the brutality of the enemy. Do the American people have a right to know what war is like?
Well, first, Wolf, the American people aren't made out of cotton candy. They understand when you see 2,791 battlefield deaths, that people are killed, and they're killed in bad ways. This is the first generation of Americans that could actually go online and watch an American be decapitated, have his head cut off by al-Zarqawi as they watch. So I would say that contrary to what you're saying, this is a war in which more brutality is shown than probably any other. But the point is that this one killing of one American doesn't really tell any statistic. Of the people killed in Iraq, 524 of our Americans have been killed in accidents, mainly automobile accidents. Now, you don't show automobile accidents because it's not sexy, it's not violent, it doesn't draw a big audience. Showing the impact of a single bullet, a single shooting, doesn't tell you anything. If you isolated one American going down on Omaha Beach at Normandy, what would that tell the American public?
Mr. Chairman.
But I guess my question to you is, Wolf, how instructive would that be with respect to the conduct of the war? It tells you nothing except an American was struck by a bullet and went down. But I think showing Americans being killed by terrorists apparently with impunity, because the film doesn't show the terrorists then being pursued and killed, and lots of terrorists who have shot at Americans took their last shot at the Americans because they themselves were killed in turn. But showing the world a film, and lots of terrorists out there watching their TV sets, a picture of an American being killed in a crowd by a terrorist who operates apparently with impunity and gets away, is highly suggestive, I think, and highly instructive to them. And I think it's dangerous to Americans, not only uniformed Americans, but also tourists, Americans who might go abroad and be in one of those crowds one day when somebody who saw that film, how you just walk up and kill them while they're in a crowd, decides to replicate that action.
Are you at least open to this notion that good people like you and General Grange can disagree on this without questioning the credibility, the patriotism of CNN?
I think the question I asked when I saw this, Wolf, is does CNN want America to win this thing? And if I was a platoon leader there, as I once was, and I had a news organization which had shown had taken film from the enemy showing them killing one of my soldiers, and they asked if they could be embedded in my platoon, my answer would be no. I go back to the days of guys like Joe Rosenthal, who filmed the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima, and Ernie Pyle, who was a soldier's a reporter. The guys who were on our side, even though they reported the rough and the tough of the war, they were on our side. You can't be on both sides. And I would say, if I was that platoon leader, I would say absolutely not. Take CNN out of there. You can't be on both sides.